It's time for more iPhone 16 rumors. So let's jump right in. Starting off, according to DigiTimes, the new iPhone 16 models could have some design changes related to Face ID. As pointed out by Mac Rumors, The Telegraph first reported this rumor in May. They noted that Coherent, a semiconductor company with one of the largest microchip plants in the UK, is facing potential closure after Apple ended a lucrative supply deal. They produced components for the iPhone's Face ID sensor, and Apple ceased orders due to the upcoming changes to the iPhone 16. And now, this week, DigiTimes added that the Face ID system for Apple's iPhones, which has a bunch of sensors and cameras, was previously supplied by the Newton Aycliffe plant. However, design changes in the iPhone 16 series, expected to be released in late 2024, led to Apple halting its orders. There are no exact details yet on what these design changes to Face ID are, but it could be a behind-the-scenes adjustment related to supply chain relationships with no impact on the actual Face ID functionality. Looking ahead, Apple is working on under-screen Face ID technology for the iPhone, but this isn't expected to debut until next year at the earliest, according to Ross Young. Before we dive in, I want to give a big shout out to today's sponsor, Level 8. They have the coolest luggage for traveling efficiently. The gray set includes one expendable 20-inch carry-on and two checked pieces, which are great for longer trips. They're all made from lightweight and durable polycarbonate and ABS with a 3-layer micro diamond texture that makes it resistant and it prevents scratches. They're also equipped with double 360-degree spinner wheels, a sturdy ergonomic aluminum handle, and a TSA combination lock. Not only do they look great, but they're also incredibly spacious. If you're interested in Level 8 products, make sure to check out their Amazon storefront. There are awesome deals going on right now for Prime Day, and I've included a link for it down below in the description. Huge thanks to Level 8 for sponsoring this portion of the video and making traveling a whole lot easier. Now, let's get back to it. Now, Nicolas Alvarez uncovered some code in Apple's backend, and he shared it with Mac Rumors. Apparently, Apple plans to launch the iPhone 16 models this year, all powered by the same A-series chip. The code hints at new model numbers that don't match any existing iPhones, but follow Apple's typical naming pattern for their flagship phones. And the code includes the identifiers iPhone 17.1, 17.2, 17.3, 17.4, and 17.5. So all 5 of these new iPhones start with the same number, 17, implying that Apple will use the same chip across the board. With the iPhone 15 models, which have different processors, these are the numbers right here, the internal identifiers have separate numbers. So here we have iPhone 15.4, actually comma 4, 15, comma 5, 16, comma 1, and 16, comma 2. Apple typically matches identifiers to chips. So all devices with the A16 chip have identifiers starting with 15. Those with the A15 chip start with 14, and so on. So if Apple sticks with this system, all 4 iPhone 16 models will share the same chip, aligning with past rumors and leaks. A previous report by Jeff Boo suggested a shared processor for these devices, and a code leak in March supported this. So we're expecting all 4 iPhone 16 models to feature a new A18 chip. However, Apple might still use slightly different processors for the standard and the Pro models, possibly labeling them A18 and A18 Pro. They could use the A18 chips with fewer GPU cores for the standard models, saving the more powerful chips for the Pro lineup. Additionally, it looks like Apple is already increasing its orders of the A18 chips from TSMC to between 90 to 100 million units, anticipating a high demand for the iPhone 16. Now, we already talked about this, but Apple is again rumored to include the 5 times telephoto camera to the iPhone 16 Pro this year. I'm super happy to hear this because I still think that you should be able to basically choose a bigger or smaller iPhone Pro without having to decide if you need a specific feature or not. They should be the same in everything else but the size. Comment your thoughts on this down below. And I'm sure you're going to love this because according to Ming Chi Kuo, the new iPhone battery should be up to 10% denser for a longer battery life. Additionally, this will meet the requirements of the new European Union regulations. And still talking about batteries, another report claims that the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max will support 40 watts wired charging and 20 watts MagSafe charging. The iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max currently charge at up to 27 watts with an USB-C cable. And last but not least, according to ET News, the upcoming iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max will be the first of Apple smartphones to feature Samsung's high-performance M14 OLED display panel. Apparently, these panels have been developed to deliver superior brightness and longevity. And these are the latest iPhone 16 news. Share your thoughts down below, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of my new content coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.